Welcome to the Pew Podcast Live, where you get your favorite hot topics from a Christian perspective. Starring National Gospel Recording Artist, Pastor Ron Todd, the lovely Mel Phillips.
What's up, y'all?
Hey!
Hey, what's up, Mel?
Nothing. Glad it's Tuesday. Glad I'm here. What's going on with you?
Yes. Same old.
I've been hearing
Tuesday.
you on the radio.
Hey, God is so good. I'm like so elated, because you think about it, it's not easy to get airplay on a major syndicated station. It's not at all. And with so many people making good music, it's really an honor, like really, because you think about it. I mean, you have like your mainstream artists, your Winans, Clarks, your Kirk Franklins that you're gonna hear, and it's like every now and then there'll be an up and coming or a not as known artist that'll slip in there, and I'm just like, I feel so grateful that God is allowing me to slip in there and be played and people appreciate my music. I think music is something, people who make music, they're really passionate about their craft and what they do. And when it's appreciated on any level, it's a really cool thing. So I'm elated.
Kudos. You fit right in with them.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
I'm so grateful, truly. Really and truly. And grateful to see Kevin Moore, my New York brother, is in the house. He says,
hey Kevin.
Hey. Lady Mary's on. She says, hey, Pew crew, ready for a great show.
Hey, Lady Mary.
Yes. Kevin says, congratulations to you, Pastor Ron. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all come on in tonight. We got an amazing show for you. I'm super excited. I'm not sure if we will see Auntie Penny or not. She's been dealing with a migraine today. And so we know those who either suffer with migraines or know anybody who suffered with migraine. It is no joke, and it completely shuts you down. So we're praying for Auntie Penny because, that's no fun at all.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
Yes.
Let me share this on my page.
I know, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you do that. Please like and share. Let somebody know that we're on. Obviously, if you're watching us on TV, what you could do is tell somebody about Soul TV so that they can make sure that they have that app on their television so that they can watch us. But if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, share. Please let somebody know that we're on, and we have a great show for y'all tonight, I promise. As you guys are coming in, make sure you say hey to us. We love to shout y'all out because we're always super appreciative of everybody that comes in. Super appreciative of this gentleman, Bishop J. Eric Brown. He says, hey, my Pew crew. Hey, Bishop Brown. So glad to see you. Kevin says, praying for Auntie Penny. Yes, thank you so much. Bishop Brown says, sharing now. Thank you. Thank you so much. We so appreciate that. We really do. So, Mel, what's been going on with you this week?
Same old work. I had to leave early today to go to the doctor, right? So everybody, make sure y'all checking in with the doctor at least once a year. You should really go twice, but once a year.
Yes.
The least. So my appointment was at 2:00. I didn't get to see the doctor until almost 4:00.
What?
I was so outdone, and I really like my doctor. She's a very nice lady, but I'm like, ma'am, I can't be sitting here with you for 2 hours. I could have been somewhere making some money. Like, I don't appreciate this. So she just kind of sighed, and she was like, it's really hard to find people. She said, everybody here is new. They're not really trained on our systems, and that's what's taking so long. I'm like, that's everywhere. What happened to the people that used to work?
Right. Yeah. Everybody want money but don't want to work. It's crazy. Hey, Pastor Brown, good to see you.
Hi, Pastor Brown. So that was my day today, and I'm so glad I don't have to work tomorrow. Our company gave us tomorrow off for Juneteenth.
Oh, that is so awesome. I think every company should have Juneteenth off. It's a national holiday.
It is.
So kudos to your company. Dr. Barlow, good to see you. He says grace and peace to you. Deacon Sam, what's up? He said, what's going on, people?
Hey, Sam.
Sending love to Aunt Penny. Yes, thank you so much.
And we miss you too.
Yes, absolutely we do. Yes. Missionary Wood says, hey, y'all, blessings to the Pew crew. Much love. Thank you so much. Kevin said, that's great, Mel. Yes, but we definitely, you don't want to be, like they used to say, don't be late to your 6 months checkup.
I mean, check in at the doctor, at the dentist,
Mm-hmm.
at the psychologist. Just
come on.
Get everything you need.
All of that. We don't want to miss any of that. Kevin says, hey, Deacon Sam, I am. Yes. We are glad to see Sam tonight. And of course, as always, we have to mention our angel. Y'all know we're not going to do a show without mentioning our angel, C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, who took her flight to be with the Lord 11 months ago, guys. I cannot believe it has been 11 months. Sometimes I do pinch myself, hoping that I will wake up from this nightmare. But, you know, God is continuing to give us all strength. And I constantly pray for her family because I know how much she meant to all of us around the world. So I can only imagine the hurt and the pain that they deal with losing her. So Ashley, we will never forget you. You live on through your music and through everything that you did to bring joy and spread the good news through your music and your spoken word. And it's so funny. I oftentimes think about how when Ashley first came on the show, she says, brother, I don't talk like that. Well, let me tell you, she became a certified broadcaster. A Spin Award nominated podcaster is C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. So we'll never forget you, sis. We love and miss you so much. Of course, don't forget to grab her latest release, which was I'm Depending on You, available on all digital outlets. Get all music by C. Ashley Brown Lawrence while you're grabbing that. And then let's get ready. Of course, she's got a new single that's coming. It's an old school medley. And I heard some of it, y'all, and it's churchy and it's good. You don't want to miss it. And as a matter of fact, all roads will lead to Moss Point, Mississippi on July 5th at 6 p.m. for the C. Ashley Brown Lawrence Memorial Musical. I pray. My goal is, and I haven't even said this to Bishop, but I think this needs to be an annual musical because we don't ever want to forget the life and legacy of the amazing C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. Please start booking your flights, get there, be a part of this amazing celebration. I mean, people are coming literally from across the country. Bishop Hezekiah Walker, Zebulon Ellis, Montre Tisdale, Bashan Mitchell, and so many more. You want to have your face in the place because this is going to be a memorable night to continue to remember our beautiful sister, C. Ashley Brown Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, real quick. Kevin says, can't forget our angel. No, we cannot. Ashley with a heart. We see you, Lady Mary. Bishop says it's still unreal. Looking to be honoring her very soon. Yes, we cannot ever forget her. And I know you won't, Bishop. Also a preacher. Yes, she was. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, she was. Definitely missing Ashley very much. Also, guys, do not forget, go ahead and grab my latest single. I Can Get a Prayer Through. It's available on all digital outlets, and it is also starting to really do well on radio. Make sure you guys call your local stations and ask for it. If they don't have it, tell them they better get it because everybody is playing it. Yeah. All right, so make sure y'all grab that single, and I appreciate you guys for your continued support. Speaking of appreciation and continued support, of course, we love when this gentleman comes and hangs out with us, and because he's a living legend, he's allowed to be late. You know, everybody else we would fuss at and talk about real bad, but we're not going to do him like that because he's who he is. Derek Milan, everybody.
I'm a little late, but I'm here.
Welcome.
Yes, that's how we make. He's here. Oh, thank you. Missionary Wood says that my song is fire. I appreciate it.
It is.
The way it's impacting radio, I'm just, like I said, I'm so elated, that people want to hear this song and that you guys are playing it. Shout out to all of the radio DJs who, are being so gracious, because you don't have to. There's a lot of people with good music, y'all. For real. We all know that. There are a lot of people all around the country that are making very, very good music. Mm-hmm. So, anytime you're hearing your music on a regular basis, that's an honor, So I'm very honored and I'm very, very grateful. And I'm excited to see what the Lord does.
Amen.
Excited to see what the Lord does.
Hey.
Dr. Mylan, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Running late, of course. But I'm by the grace of God.
Now, I have a question, because, see, now you are asthmatic like me. My son is asthmatic. How do you do in the extreme heat like this?
Try to stay in. Yeah, stay in for the most part. Yeah, I can't go out too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was sharing with a friend of mine who has asthma too, and he was like, I thought because it's hot. I said, but we're in Michigan by this water, and so we have that humidity that is just terrible. Mm-hmm. I listen to the meteorologists, and when they stay in, I already know.
You stay in.
What we deal with, that's us. Like, don't play with it.
And keep our machines real close to us.
Because it changes quickly. Mm-hmm. You can feel good in the morning, and by the afternoon you wheezing, and it's like, where did this come from? We've had this pollen has been real bad this year. I think we talked about that earlier. You just see it flying around like snow. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I really never had sinus problems, but the asthma is enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people, they deal with sinus, broncho issues, and asthma, and I'd be like, Jesus. Oh, wow. I just try to stay on top of one.
So, ladies, how you been doing? Good.
Mel?
Yes, I'm doing real well. Thank you so much for asking.
Good.
Kobe, good to see you, Kobe.
Hey, Kobe.
Hey, Kobe.
So, speaking of ladies, I'm super excited, guys, because this lady here, we got one living legend and we got another one coming, y'all. And, I think what's so impressive about her is that she has been able to cross over very successfully and seamlessly and be enjoyed by audiences of many different genres and cultures. And, she's from Detroit, and I think that's something that we all can be proud of. This song has already hit #1, and it continues to impact radio as well. And she did it on the Kelly Clarkson Show, which I thought was pretty cool. Here is CeCe Winans with That's My King.
I wish I could tell you, wish I could describe it, but I can't contain it, can't keep it to myself. There aren't enough colors to paint the whole picture, not enough words to ever say what I found. Wonderful and beautiful and glorious and holy, He is merciful and powerful. What we're talking about, that's my King. Hey, we declare the glory, give Him all the honor, altogether worthy. What we're talking about, that's my King. There's no one before you. Yes, we will adore you. All of this is for you. What we're talking about, that's my King. Jesus, you're my King. Hey, I'm not letting the rocks cry without joining the chorus. There aren't enough notes to make the harmony. It's the song of the angels, through all of the ages. It's all of the earth and heaven's symphony. Wonderful and beautiful and glorious and holy, He is merciful and powerful. Who we talking about? That's my King. Hey, we declare the glory, give Him all the honor, altogether worthy. Who we talking about? That's my King. There's no other for you. All of this is for you. All of this is for you. Hey, who we talking about? That's my King. That's my God. That's my shepherd, my protector. That's my king. That's my rock. That's my anchor. My defender. Who is talking about? That's my king. Hey, we declare the glory. Give them all the honor. All together worthy. Who is talking about? That's my king. Who is talking about? That's my king. Who is talking about? That's my king. Who is talking about? Who is talking about? King of kings. Who is talking about? King of glory. Who is talking about? King forever. God you reign. Who is talking about? That's my king.
I love it. Do you hear me? I absolutely love it. It's the epitome of a crossover. Everybody can enjoy that. White, black, purple, and her vocals. Cece's vocals are always flawless. She stays in her lane, pitch perfect. When she sustains her note, she holds her vibrato. Like just little fundamental things. You listen to her, and you're like, "Oh, she's a masterclass."
Yeah.
Really, really good.
She never misses me. She never misses.
No. And I think it's important, and this is something that you taught me early on. I think it's so important that you stay in your lane. Like what your niche is, find it, and stay there. Cece stays there, and it's amazing. Plus, she saved. And because she saved, the anointing exudes through her no matter what she's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
level of conviction that she know God. She can be smiling, be like, oh my gosh. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She saved. All I can tell you. She know God real good.
Anointed singer. Anointed.
Oh yeah, and it makes the difference. Mel, have you ever seen her in concert?
I haven't seen her in concert, but I did see her live at the Dawn Seekers last year. I did.
Yeah.
She's something to experience. And because people who don't even, I don't want to say older people because it's not true, because they enjoy praise and worship music too. But I think there is a generation of people where it's still kind of newer to. It's not their first go-to because they didn't grow up in the praise and worship era. So even people who don't really enjoy worship or praise and worship style music appreciate Cece because they can't deny the anointing. It's not show. She really loves God. And I feel like when you see her live, she takes you to this place that she goes all the time between her and God. And she invites you in there with her. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, y'all? Like, it's not a show, and it's so authentic and it's refreshing. And I think really those of us who sing praise and worship and those of us who lead praise and worship should study her and whatever she's doing, so that when you, and when you get to a place where you're being yourself and maybe you're not somebody's cup of tea, they'll receive you because it's pure. I don't know. I love her. I can stay there forever. So let me let it go. Lady Mary says, I love that song. Deacon Jackson says, one of my favorite songs, true staple for the gospel industry and the kingdom of God. Absolutely. I agree. Missionary Wood said, this song is my favorite. Great song. Great song. Let's see. Pastor Greg Brown says she is truly holy. Oh yeah, holiness. Yeah. And it's so funny because people joke about it in the industry, and they be like, "Oh, you got to be CeCe Winans saved," because everybody knows she's saved. But hey, there's benefits to that. So, all right, Mel, it is time for my favorite time of the show. What is it?
Hot topics.
Let's go. It's so funny. Uncle Derek got like Auntie Penny. He already know. He like Jesus. I can see it. He praying in tongues. Like, where are we going tonight?
Right.
So I want us to piggyback on the story that we started last week, Uncle Derek. You missed this one, but about the young lady who burned the house down. So I found something that kind of dug a little deeper. Let's watch.
And then decided that she wanted to make her ex-boyfriend, quote, feel her pain, which she was able to do on the 3rd of June. She then decided she was going to go to a gas station, purchase 75 cents worth of gas, drive over to the location, approach the home with the gas in her hand. Upon getting onto the porch, she then poured that gasoline onto a couch that was located on the front porch. Did this with knowledge that the ex-boyfriend's mother, who is paralyzed on the left side of her body, she sat in her car and picked up her phone. She did not call 911. Instead, as the house is burning with the people inside, she texted her ex-boyfriend and said, your house is on fire. She then left the location and went to McDonald's. And then it's alleged that she, per her own words, purchased cocaine.
How you burning somebody's house down and got an appetite?
No, they said she went to McDonald's to get the cocaine.
I was confused. I said, now, you burning somebody's house down, you killing their elderly paralyzed mama, and the first thing you thought about was a cheeseburger.
She went to the McDonald's to buy some cocaine.
Oh,
that's
the cocaine.
where she met the dope man. That lady is.
I'm like,
out her mind.
You want to kill somebody's whole mama and burn down the whole block, and you thinking about America's favorite fries. I'm like, what?
Going to get her a Big Mac after that? That is
Okay.
awful. That is awful.
Unfortunately, I was asked to play for that funeral, and
wow.
No, I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah,
it was Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
I wouldn't have
so
either.
Devastating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pastor Greg said a demon hussy in the flesh.
Not a hussy.
Hey, big sis. That is the famous Peggy James, y'all. I love you.
Hi.
So good to see you. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
to be that upset, and now you're gonna go burn up the man's house knowing his mother was paralyzed and in the house.
And like we said last week, mama had nothing to do with it.
She wasn't trying to hurt his mom. She was trying to hurt the man, and she succeeded. That's devastating.
But she had a chicken nugget on her mind, so she forgot mama was in there. And all that fire from 70 cents worth of gasoline, it don't take much.
That's what I said. That's all that take.
And then look how much, I mean, by the time the fire department got there, it was a huge blaze. And that's what I'm saying. People don't think about in Detroit and then some of the other larger cities like Chicago, our houses are close together. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the neighboring house like, did anything catch on fire over there? All because you upset with an ex-boyfriend who done moved on? Mental health. What did you tell us earlier, Mel? Go get all your checkups.
All of them. Go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's absolutely true, Kevin.
Peggy said, Derek Myler, I had great success. Thank you for your blessing. The devil will make you ugly and stupid. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad, John.
Yeah, that was devastating.
It was, and I'm praying for that gentleman because, I mean, here he was just moving on with his life. And now he's lost his mother.
And probably the family home. What if that was, a home that someone had worked years and years to purchase for the family? Yeah. Like, that was devastating.
Absolutely. And to think, a lot of times people go through guilt trips. Derek, unfortunately, you lost your mother and to something that has nothing to do with you, natural causes. But a lot of times we go through things when we lose loved ones like, well, could I have done something better? Is this something, so you can only imagine. He like, now this is something on the account of a relationship that I had that went bad. Think about the fact that he has to live with all that. Yeah. This is very sad. It's very, very sad. Definitely praying for him and his family and all those who are affected by that loss. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder, did he know what type of person she was? And had he been dealing with it and just continued to do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was she off a little bit anyway? Or
you have to know, like, it's only people can hide themselves for just so long. Men, y'all can hide yourselves for about 30 years. Women, 90 days. The real you is going to come out. So,
and that may have been why he separated himself from. I mean, with these stories, they only give us bits and pieces. For all we know, they could have only been together 90 days, and he called it a quits. He like, oh, you're cuckoo. We got to go. Not knowing, well, now she know your address, and she had got attached in whatever way. And absolutely, Missionary was heartbreaking to say the least. All right, guys. I don't want to stay on this sad story, so we're going to move along a little. We're going to move along to another story. I'm curious what you think about this. And to me, this is pretty a no-brainer. But a woman says her husband wants to take his biological child on a trip for graduating, but not his stepchild. What? So it sounds like they all live in the same house. And he has a biological child that's there, and then he has a stepchild, which is her child. So they have a blended family. They both graduated, but he only wants to take the biological child on a trip.
I would have a problem with that. Like, it can't be a family trip. What's going on at that house?
Hey, Chris. Right. I don't know, though. Because here's the thing. When you marry somebody, you marry their child. And even if you don't, maybe you guys have the type of relationship where they feel like you're just another adult figure in their life. They don't see you as a parent figure. If you taking somebody on the house out on the trip, you need to take both. Especially, again, we're hearing part of the story. So let's just assume they both did well in school. They both graduated. Why would you say, well, I'm only going to take my biological son? I think that causes division. And when you come together and you're blending a family, you want to try to do everything. I'm a product of a blended family. I have a blended family. So we want to try to do everything to include. That's just like me telling my wife, I'm going to take my kids and their mom on a trip and leave you at home. Like what?
Absolutely not.
Like that's not going to work.
No.
My sister said, that's a mess. They should take both. Absolutely. What's up, Adrian? Good to see you. Mary said, that's not right. Both children should be going. Absolutely. Adrian said, is that my Uncle Derek on here? Hey, Missionary Woods said, that's a big no. Ain't nobody going if you're not taking my child. Period.
Okay, Missionary Woods, there will be no trips.
Uncle Derek, what do you think about that one?
I agree. You need to take everybody. Yeah. And if you don't, I have questions. Yeah. Questions. Yeah.
I think the only caveat to that would be if you guys had this trip planned and let's say you just got married maybe a few months ago, things were already paid for. And so you're like, oh, I really can't afford, or it's real fresh and y'all had already had the trip planned. And even at that, it's like you need to try to figure out a way to include them or plan another trip where y'all all gonna go. I don't know. It's sticky. Either way you slice it, it's not good. It's a recipe for disaster and division, and we don't need that. Adrian says, I will say if I want to take my own, that should be okay, especially if you don't know if there's a trip planned for the stepson by himself. But I
didn't get that from what the writer wrote, because if the stepson had their own trip plan, then the mom wouldn't have been as upset.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I don't like this, my own. As far as I'm concerned, again, even if they don't consider you like a parent, but you're an adult figure in their household, we're still a family. You understand what I'm saying? My kids have a bonus mom and they have a mom. The bonus mom never tries to take the place of their mom. However, we're all one family. So we're not gonna separate or cause any division. It's as simple as that. I have a book that I need to release, and it's called My Stepfather and I, because I think it's really important that people understand those dynamics. Because it can be challenging, but I think one thing that helps the whole process is when you try to be more inclusive than continue to move like it's just you and your kid and them and theirs. No, it's us.
It's us.
It's us. We're a unit. Adrian, no, that's not how he rolls. He's playing devil's advocate. I believe that. Come on, mama, get them together. Adrian said, but I'm some households It's that they are
in
one.
some households.
Oh, in some households, I'm sorry. They are one, but who knows what he goes through with his son's mother. Maybe they need the bonding time.
Bond in the basement when y'all get back from the trip.
Hello. Yeah, I that's how I feel, Mel. We moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. We moving. All right. So House passes defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for draft. Oh, I'm so glad I'm older. Because
I heard about this. I heard about this earlier.
yeah, I'm gonna pull up the article so I can read exactly what's happening here. But I said, oh my goodness, I would not
I saw
want.
that. I'm like, oh my. I know we all for equality, but I'm so glad they didn't say men and women.
Listen, I'm just glad it's the age limit. They say that the young men's, because
that part. Yeah.
listen, where is the article, y'all? I'm sorry. View all. There we go. Okay, so maybe I don't have it. I thought I did. Oh, you know, I got rid of it by mistake. Well, they passed the bill. Men 18 to 26 are going, I mean, hundreds of thousands, they pulling them. So if you have a child between that age, look in the mail, you know, they coming for them.
So let me ask this. Prior to this, did you have to go and sign up? Because I thought it was always a thing.
So I think that I'd have to Google it, but from my understanding, you know, my brother's in the Army, but at the time he chose, you know, they come out and recruit, they go to schools, they go to different places where young men hang out and they recruit, and it was like a whole thing. But I think it's times like these, because technically we're in some sort of war or maybe going to war. So I think they have to recruit some young men because of that.
Okay.
Like my brother's in Europe now, fighting with this whole thing with Russia. So I mean, it's a thing. But maybe someone in the audience can help us, because I'm no expert on it. So, and they will get a felony if they refuse. Wow. See, yeah, it doesn't pay to be a young man right now, because I mean, everybody not cut out for the Army. Everybody can't mentally take that. They could be strong as an ox.
Right.
And I do, because for their birthdays, they will get time with me by themselves so they can have. Adrian, we are moved on. No, I'm playing. I see where you're coming from, Adrian. He says Xavier finna get a felony then. I think there's got to be some stipulations though, y'all. Like it's got to be. It was back in the day, like during Vietnam. After that, they stopped it. That's what I thought. But it seems like because we're back,
probably because nobody's going to the Army like people used to. It's so many more options out here.
Christina said, "Take the folks already in jail. You never know. They might get out there and turn on us."
I was thinking the same thing. Like, this don't have nothing to do with
just
me.
go AWOL and shoot themselves, and we just out there defenseless.
Do they still have, maybe I'm telling my age, but we used to have a class called ROTC.
Yes.
In school. Do they still have that in high school?
In some high schools, they do.
Oh, okay.
They do.
That's where they came and recruited the people from, our schools.
Wow.
They were already enrolled in that class, ROTC,
Well, it's a lot of benefits in going to the armed services. It's a lot of benefits.
It is. So, but I'm still, it's something to keep in prayer, especially if you got a young man around that age and you don't think, or he doesn't think that it's a good fit for him. Prayerfully, he does not have to go. We don't want nobody there who don't need to be, because it's more than a notion, I'm sure. Speaking of people who protect and serve, Look at what this officer was doing while he was supposed to be protecting. He was serving, but he wasn't protecting.
A Maryland police officer has been suspended after he appeared in this viral video. The footage appears to show a uniformed officer embracing a woman. They then get into the backseat of his cop car, parked in a lot near this park.
We couldn't believe what we were seeing, and then what really made us go like, wow, like this is crazy, is when the car started rocking a little bit to the left and right. Broad daylight with kids around. He was in the car for about 35 to 40 minutes.
NBC Washington ID'd the officers Francesco Marlette, and a police representative confirmed his identity to NBC News. He was charged in 2016 with beating his girlfriend's 3-year-old son and was suspended from the force. He later agreed to anger management courses. His charges were dropped and his record expunged. Now police say they're aware of this viral video and have begun an investigation. We reached out to Marlette but haven't heard back.
I'm glad I caught all of it on camera so Prince George can see the type of officers they have in office, you know, working for them, supposedly protecting the...
Oh, that's a mess.
Now, if I would have taped it and given it to the news, I would not be on the news talking. That's just me.
It would have been anonymous. They would have had to blur out my face.
No, I would not be talking. Here go this video. Be blessed.
Oh, because he coming for him. You better
Oh,
believe
but
me.
how can you abuse a 3-year-old as a police officer and get your job back? Like, he should have been done after that.
Right. Okay. ROTC is still an elective in high school. Thank you, Pastor Ron. Wow. That is a mess. Hey, Renee. Hi, Pastor Ron. And love my founder, Derek Milo. And we love you, Renee. Let me tell you, Renee is one of the baddest sopranos in the city of Detroit. Okay. Listen, and gonna give you a shoe. I'm telling you.
Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Renee. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Renee. Yes, we do. Renee is a member of the crew, Derek Islands, amazing choir, and she is a force. Faithful. Yes, she is a force too. Let me tell you, one of the singing sopranos there are. Kevin said, "Just be the right color, Mel."
True.
Oh, thank you, everyone. I love you all. We love you too. All right, guys, we're moving because we got so much today.
I was impressed that he did 40 minutes.
Me too. I said, well, was there some foreplay first, or my God?
Out of all of that.
Out of all that. I mean, I guess that part was impressive. I mean,
hey, congratulations, man.
Right. Get it. Okay. Viagra. Oh my. Okay.
That part. Yeah, that part.
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So I think we have to be careful. I understand that, a lot of times we want to surprise our loved ones for birthdays. There's a lot of outdoor events going on. It's the summertime, but you got to be careful with some of our elderly loved ones. You don't want to scare them to death.
They about to send grandma home on her birthday.
Listen,
Look, she didn't drop that purse though. Play it again, Ryan. She got that purse.
Listen, she was holding on to that. Look, she got a pocketbook. That ain't no purse. She holding on to it too.
Right.
Whew. There's got to be an age limit for surprises now.
Yeah, I agree.
Renee said, "No, don't give me a surprise."
Right, exactly.
She wasn't ready. They didn't even say surprise. They was just screaming. Like,
she ain't know what she was walking into. Lord have mercy.
I agree. It should be an age limit.
We gotta be very careful because it can go a whole nother way. Pastor Greg said, "There's so many things happen now. She didn't know what was exactly."
So
y'all ain't getting my money. All right. So, oh yeah, let's go here real quick. Now, Graduation season is almost over, and I'm so glad because between these tacky prom outfits and these routines across the stage, y'all, I'm just going to ask for those of you guys who have a graduation coming up, just walk. No, sit down. Sit down. Matter of fact, they should just mail you your diploma. Don't even give them the paper rolled up. Just go sit down.
Do that again. Can I see that one more time?
They didn't even.
Oh God! And hop back on. Lord.
Well, you know this is high school because let me tell you, if I fall, I'm gonna be hurt.
I was gonna say that you can do that when you're 18. You can fall,
down,
break a bone, pop back up.
Man down. You hear me?
Shoot. All right. Now, of course, last week we talked about the Sister Act 2 reunion, which was just so amazing.
It was.
And we talked quite a bit about that. And we talked about how Whoopi was so full after they did Joyful, and they did Our Heart So Good. But listen, Whoopi was full, and what they didn't show on TV is Whoopi got her praise on.
White man, why he trying
Look, Whoopi wasn't thinking about that producer. She like, I'm getting my praise. You better praise him, Whoopi.
Yes, I love that.
That Joyful took Whoopi in. What
are they doing? I don't know that story. What are they doing?
So they did a 30-year reunion. I couldn't believe it had been 30 years since Sister Act 2. And so they did a whole special, and everybody, you know, who's alive still came back except for Lauren. You know, allegedly Lauren got there really late, like 2 days late. Or, you know, it's so many things. They could have waited. Why Lauren didn't make it, but of course, like Cheryl Lee Ralph was there, Tanya who sang with Lauren, a lot of the original people were there, and it was remarkable. It was very emotional. I think for a lot of us that grew up watching that movie and that whole series of movies, it was something to see them, you know, 30 years later, and I think because that movie was such a staple, especially in the Black household, so it was powerful.
So is it just a reunion, or are they doing something?
Well, now I did hear that Tyler Perry has teamed up with Whoopi, and they're supposed to be doing Sister Act 4. I'm not sure how much that has taken, you know, off, but I know this was just a reunion, 30 years of the movie. Okay. Lady Mary said, yes, Whoopi. Christine's talking about, now, wait a minute. I ain't see that clip. Oh, yeah. Kevin said, praise on Whoopi. Well, all right, Whoopi. Yeah, Whoopi had a little step too. Go ahead now. All right, and for our last story, you know, we talk about a lot of foolishness that happens in church, and it's not necessarily to point out the flaws in our church, but, you know, we got to stop some of this stuff that we're doing. And I think Larry Reed hit it this time when he showed this clip. And this is just a little tacky to me. Take a look.
Somebody say paraclete. Somebody say paraclete. Means one called alongside to help. Come here, baby. It's all right. You come aside him. Holy Ghost called alongside to help. He's called alongside to help who I got for an example. So he could stand here for these few moments. Many of us are crippled in the spirit. Do y'all hear me? This way we look when we really are calling ourselves worshiping and praying and doing what it is, preaching and teaching and all of that. Are y'all in the house? Oh, but God's going to straighten us out today. Oh, come on, y'all, begin to just pray in the Holy Ghost. You can take it back. Thank you, my baby. Thank you, my baby. Come on, y'all too busy looking at him rather than hearing what God is saying to you.
She could have went about that a different way. I didn't like
Very
it.
tacky.
Yeah,
I think it's very
I didn't
tacky.
like it at all.
Mm-mm.
I got the message, but baby, don't use my child.
Please.
Don't do that. Auntie Penny was here. She would have been like, I hate that church.
Oh, yeah. It was just so out of order.
It was.
And, you know, and she resembles somebody that will go nameless, but she resembles somebody so much from Detroit that it kind of tickles me slightly. But the way she went about that was just terrible. Come alongside, ma'am.
Too much.
Too much. And no power, no anointing.
At all.
It yielded no evidence. It was horrible. Oh my gosh, no, absolutely. Girl, you are so wrong for that. Absolutely. Shake my head. Oh, wow. Putting him on Front Street. She reminded me of Kim Burrell. Right.
I want to know too, Christina.
You had to ask me offline. But when I tell you, you're going to holler because I promise you she looked just like this person. All right, guys, time is getting away from us. So let me make sure I got everything. Yes. All right. Let's get ready to hear our question of the night. I'll pull it up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Lexi, and you are tuned into Ron Todd and the crew on the Pew Podcast. Hey, y'all.
Thank you, Lexi. All right, let's see. There still wasn't enough time. I'm slow today, y'all. All right. I still can't. I'm just flabbergasted by that.
Yeah, that was ugly.
And I agree, Mel. It definitely couldn't have been my child.
It's me, Tracy. Now I got a question, y'all. Because one of my real good girlfriends, I mean, we been girlfriends since like grade school, okay? The boys was lifting up our dresses in kindergarten. But she talking about she got an email saying that the boys was doing auditions in our town. And I'm like, huh? And she like, yeah, so I wanted to go audition. And I'm thinking to myself, baby, now you know you can't sing your way out of a paper bag. So why would you be trying to go audition? And she like, yeah, so what song you think I should sing? And I'm like, girl, I don't think you need to go on here. And she like, ain't nothing wrong, you know, with a competition show. I said, but girl, you wouldn't be no competition. And she like, well, Tracy, what are you trying to say? And I said, girl, I ain't trying to say nothing. You can't sing. And she like, girl, you know, everybody say I sound like Patti LaBelle. And I'm like, honey, the only thing you and Patti got in mind is them pies. Because she got good sweet potato pie and you got a pie face. And she like, well, you are wrong. And you're very discouraging. And I'm trying to tell that girl, I ain't trying to be wrong or discouraging. I'm trying to help her out. Because if that girl go on TV and she begin to sing, baby, y'all ears will never be the same. You hear me? So I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to help you. And do you know she told me, well, lose my number because you're not my friend, because you're not supportive. And I'm like, girl, we go all the way back. to kindergarten, and you gonna lose a friendship over that? She was like, but what about when we did the talent show when we was in school? I said, honey, need I remind you that we was lip singing to the music, and child, you know, when you a kid, you can be off key, on key, finding the key, and honey, everybody gonna smile and giggle. Oh yeah, it was cute, cute. No, we grown now, you know. And then the other thing is, she don't really have a look, my sweet babies. You know, she is a big girl. She a big girl. And my husband say I hang with big girls so I can make myself look good. But that's not what it is. You know, my friends is my friends. But she is a big girl. And then she dresses real frumpy and sloppy. So, I mean, that's the other thing. You know, she need to get her image together. But, honey, I couldn't.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see him. Wait, I think it's more to it.
And see, I know she probably figure it's chump change to
Oh no,
me.
that ain't that. Okay, well that's it.
Tracy, now you done took it too far.
We was with you for a minute.
Yeah, she took it too far. You took it too far, and I would be very upset with you for a nice little minute. You took it
Not about the thing is not about your opinion of her voice or you trying to, you know, be real with her, but let's not tear her down in the process. That's the key. Now, I think you can help her with her image as well if that is an issue, but it's the way you do that. And maybe you was just saying that to us, but you got to be careful with that, Tracy. Because, you know, ain't none of us Twiggy in 2024. So, I mean, you know, was big, you know, but we cannot dress frumpy. So, I mean, there's ways you can help with image, but I do think that we need to be truthful with our friends. There are some people who really think they can sing. They really think that they throw down, and nobody has really told them, like, you know what, maybe you should take up, you know, drawing, or, you know,
So they can't make a joyful noise unto the Lord rhyme.
Yeah, at their local church, singing in the choir, like not on the microphone, but just kind of blending in the back with everybody else. But, you know, if they trying to be an aspiring artist and, you know, they really can't sing, you know, why continue to hype them up? Like at some point, you got to have a serious conversation and say, you know, I don't know. I think maybe you should take up pottery and make, you know, really nice vases. You know, I don't know, but anything but sing, because that's just not you.
Yeah, as a minister of music, don't send them to the church choir. If they can't sing, like you said,
No.
let them go on the usher board or something.
And then nowadays, with the way churches are now, because of the numbers, we ain't really got full choirs no more. You got chorales and praise team, and everybody got a mic. So if you can't hold your note and keep up with the dynamics, then you can't come here and sing. And I said that because some people can hold the note, but they flat and sharp. And then now you have to be a skilled singer, all right, to sing on the praise team and stuff, you know. Because
but not in a way. I thought the choir was for everybody. You got to try out to be.
Well, you got to be at a church that really have a choir. I mean, you looking at mega churches now. I look at, you know, Greater Emmanuel, who's the headquarters for Church of God in Christ, and they have a choir, if you will, but it's not like the large choir that we're used to with 150, 200 voices. I mean, it's like 20 people up there, and most of them have microphones. That's just the era that we're in. I love Greater Emmanuel. Shout out to Bishop Shear and Lady Karen Clark Shear, but that's the era that we're in. You know, we just don't see a whole lot of big choirs like that anymore. So you got to be able to sing. You got to be able to hold down your note. And so I think a lot of people have lied to folks for a long time. We should have never been able to get away with as much B-roll as we have on American Idol, with people getting up there really thinking they jamming because somebody told them that they sound good. And then they get up there on national TV and get embarrassed and humiliated. And they really feel like they can sing. And everybody told them they can.
Mel, it's funny that you said that. I was at a rehearsal. I was over a rehearsal, mass choir, big choir. So, I'm the person who said, okay, you sing your part individually. You sing your part individually. I went down the road. This one girl, she was new to the choir. She said, she said, I joined the choir because we all sing together.
And me.
She would not sing that part by herself. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I fell out laughing. I'm like, oh my
Renee,
God.
drawing. Take
So
a drawing.
all the vocally challenged people, we got to sing from the pews, y'all. We can't go. We can't get in the choir stand. We got to sing from the pew.
Yes, and hope the audience, Mike, don't pick you up.
Nowadays, right.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Tracy. I don't think that you're wrong. I think more people do need to be truthful. Don't go on national TV and be geeking people up like they can sing. In a lot of shows, the singing shows like Sunday Best and stuff like that, they allow people on to be funny, but when it comes to the real show, you really have to already be an established artist to even get on there. Yeah, and I think American Idol too. They do that at the beginning for the laugh, but the people who get through, it's a lot of red tape that they don't even talk about. These people are established artists, and they have a following and all that before they even go on the show to make sure that they're prepared and ready to take on something of that magnitude. So, but stop sending your people there for them to get laughed at.
Right.
Kevin said, you have to be able to hold down your own part by yourself. Nowadays it can be one soprano, one alto, one tenor. So whatever imperfection, everybody gonna hear it. And it seems like the moment you hit that off note, it just echo, like they put a little reverb on it.
On your mic.
On your mic. On that specific part. And it's a distraction in the spirit.
Okay, Ron, when I come to your church, I'm just bang on my tambourine. I'm not even gonna sing.
Right, off beat. And you know what? It's funny because now everybody streams and everything, and there's always somebody, I promise, that's like where the camera is at my church, singing off key and beating a tambourine off beat. And if anybody's on here that goes to my church, you know exactly who it is. I would never call their name, but I'd be like, how did they always get by the camera? Like, what's going on here?
They need their moment. Everybody need their moment.
Well, they need to have their moment in the shower. Because this ain't working. Speaking of the moment, we got to get out of here. But I must say, I was super excited about this year's Gospel Choice Music Awards. This is the 30th annual Gospel Choice Music Awards. I've gone for the last couple of years because I've been nominated. This year, I'm a finalist in one category. But I'm super honored and super proud because I'm actually performing at this year's award show as well. So if you are going to be in the Atlanta area on Saturday, June 29th, please make sure you get your tickets. Go to www.gospelchoicemusicawards.com. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I Can Get a Prayer Through, that song that y'all love to request on the radio. So y'all come and hear me do it live. It's going to be so much fun. I used to feel like, oh, well, it's not the Grammys. It's not this. Listen, any opportunity that I have to do what I love to do, it's an honor, it's a privilege, and I'm grateful. So I'm so thankful to be a part of this. I started singing very young. Uncle Derek knows that. And so I feel blessed to still be singing and that somebody still want to hear me. So we thank God for that. Thank God for that. Truly. Lady Mary said, yes, we're so excited for you, Pastor Ron. Pastor Greg says, your new song is fire. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, like real church, if all hearts and minds are clear. Right. That you got to do the hand. All hearts and minds clear. I don't know what they mean. There's so many things that we do in church that don't really make sense, but we all do it. And that's one of them. All hearts and minds clear. Like, what does this mean? And I never know, what does the one finger mean when we're going to the bathroom or something? Excuse me. Oh, okay. I never knew. I just knew to put it up. And I still do. Like, Excuse me.
Walking, but I'm walking.
Right. May the Lord watch.
While we're absent.
Right. Why do we hold the finger up? Listen. It's excuse me. It means pardon me. Thank you. Okay. Sometimes I feel like it's more of a distraction. You walking. It's like, just going where you going now. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Uncle Derek. You're always welcome. I'll always bug you to come on here. And when you
Yes.
Love y'all.
We love you, and we love y'all as well. Until next week, we love you for free. We'll talk to you next week right here on the Pew. Don't you
See
stick no
y'all.
bum under this bench.